Welcome back, guys. I'm finally back here at Holiday World. It's been approximately 7 years since I was last here. This was before I started Coaster Nerd, and honestly, I'm so excited to be back. Okay. So, I don't really remember too much about this park, like where everything is. But there is Raven right there, but I'm gonna probably go towards the back of the park. But I don't have 2 credits at this park. I don't have Legend and Thunderbird. But I'm pretty excited to get back on everything.
I'm trying to see how tall the Raven is.
Let's see. I'm gonna probably hit up Legend first because back in 2014 when I was here, this ride was closed. So, gonna check that thing out. And it does look like there were people on it. And I did see it run, so it's good for me. Also, for those who didn't know, which you probably do by now, Holiday World does have free drinks and free parking, so pretty significant. There's Legend. I do hear Legend just get their train set, so it's gonna be great. I have not been on this. Heard really bad things though about it.
Don't think I will.
But there's the Legend. Okay, so Legend does have like a queue system line. I'm supposed to be back there within the next 15 minutes, so about 1 o'clock. Don't know if you can see that. Anyway, this park is by far one of the best theme parks I've been to. Back when I was in 2014, so I don't remember too much about it. That's to the water park. We're not going to go that direction. I have 15 minutes, so I think I'm just going to kind of look around a little bit. But already, I'm already really impressed. Definitely this park somewhat follows the Mass skylines, but that's fine. Because it is a water park included. But I personally will be wearing my mask today just because I did it for Six Flags, Grand Adventure, and all those parks, so not gonna just keep it to 1 park, 2 parks, whatever. And I did this at Indiana Beach, so I'm just gonna deal with it. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of go over here to, there's Legend. I have 15 minutes, so I think I'll be fine. I'm not gonna walk all the way up to Thunderbird. So, anyway, if I remember correctly, this is where the Thanksgiving section is. Yep. I'm kind of just doing this off memory. From 7 years ago. Surprisingly, I'm doing pretty decently. And there's Voyage. There she is. And it looks like Voyage actually has a really long queue, which sucks. I definitely am going to get some rides on this bad boy though. And also, just to clarify, I also have my own coaster. So these two have been fighting in the Golden Ticket Awards for a long time. So this is gonna be pretty dang interesting to see who's gonna battle it out. Voyage or El Toro? That's the real question now. Which is better? Okay guys, I just rode Liberty Launch, which is an S&S drop tower. It's pretty good, has some pretty good pops of air. Definitely though, I'm not a Debbie Downer. There's not really anything I would complain about, but with the whole reserve system, I am very much not a fan. I wouldn't say I hate it or anything, but it's definitely not my cup of tea. I prefer them to do it like Six Flags Great Adventure, or Hershey Park, or even Dorney. Because I rode, when I was out there and stuff, they didn't have this future queue system thing. And it really isn't bit to perfection. I understand that it's the first time they've done this at all this year, until this season, but honestly it's really not as good as you expect it to be. It definitely has a lot of flaws. Definitely needs to be, I don't want to say changed, but it definitely needs to be changed. There's a lot of flaws into it that I think they should definitely somehow cancel out. Because I really don't feel like I'm optimizing my time here at the park. I mean, yes, none of the flat rides have this queue system in it. Fantastic with that, because you don't have to just sit around doing nothing. Or be filming for a long period of time, which I'm going to basically be doing. Also, another thing that I have a problem with the in-queue or inline thing is the fact that the whole system, you can only do one ride per thing, and I just don't like that whatsoever. I feel like it should definitely be you can schedule your day out according to plan. So you definitely can't plan out your whole entire day like this. You have to look at the rides and stuff. You have to go to those rides at those exact times. You can't even schedule a ride to once you're in the line for the roller coaster that you assign, which I did not know. So that's what happened to me on Legend, because I was about to get on and they're like, well, hey, you have a thing for Voyage, and I'm like, well, I already had this though. And they're like, well, you changed it as soon as before you got into the line for Legend. So I lost out my time for riding Legend. So far I've only ridden Liberty Launch, which is okay, fantastic flat ride, but it's still very depressing that the fact that I have to do it one per ride, because the thing for Voyage was an hour and 30 minutes. So I thought I could get on Legend, schedule that, and then I'd have that clicking. But I couldn't have it clicking, the time thing going, so after the fact, I already was in the line for Legend. So, just something to keep in mind, definitely not bashing the park for it. Totally understand it was my fault that I did not understand the rules. Probably should have definitely done some more research on that. So it was definitely my fault. But again, I'm not condoning the park. Just one of those weird quirks about it. But it's a really pretty park. No doubt about that. Definitely employees are fantastic here. They really do love everyone that shows up. And also another thing I kind of have a problem with is the mask policy. Especially when I was out in Pennsylvania and stuff, they were not, if you did not wear a mask, you would be kicked out basically, without a refund. But with here, it's kind of optional. So I wouldn't say I feel safe, but I wouldn't say I don't feel safe. Because I am wearing a mask, so I'm doing my part, not spreading the virus. So both Indiana parks definitely need to work on those. But yeah, that was good. I have to run over Thunderbird, but I just got off Voyage. Yes, this is an elite wood coaster. 105%. One of the best wood coasters. Is it better than El Toro? No, it is definitely not better than El Toro. It's definitely my second favorite wood coaster of all time, no doubt about that. Where would I rank it? I don't really know, honestly. I don't feel like this is better than Still Vengeance. Like El Toro is better than Still Vengeance. My personal opinions, of course. But Voyage is still a lot of fun. It's probably in my top 5. It's definitely better than Mako. So, I think right now, if I remember correctly, my top 5. It's right around there in the top 5. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But yeah, we're heading over to Thunderbird because my time just got on. The funny thing is, I waited in line for Voyage the whole hour. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it is, my time expires in about 12 minutes. So I gotta hike all the way up over there. Thunderbird just went. But yeah, this thing is definitely in the god tier for wood coasters. If you've not ridden Voyage, 100% it would be one of your favorite coasters. Wood coasters, period. Thunderbird though is next. This is credit 148. And then 149 would be on Legend. Voyage is going down the drop. That drop is honestly amazing. Definitely not as steep as El Toro, but it does give a pretty nice pop of air. Some of the airtime moments I feel like were a bit disappointing. Like there was this one where I just didn't get any air. And but that's probably because of the fact it's a bit sluggish and stuff. It's kind of cold and kind of not. Middle tier weather. But other than that, Voyage right there. Fantastic ride. 10 out of 10 would recommend to come down to Holiday World. Yes, this park is better than Indiana Beach. So definitely come here over Indiana Beach. But if you want to do both, go for it. Both parks have a lot of really good wood coasters. And that's probably another reason why I'm kind of a big wood coaster geek. But yeah, Voyage number 2 favorite wood coaster overall, period, done. There's no fighting over the wood coaster rankings. El Toro, Voyage. You can intertwine those two easily. But I have to give it to El Toro a little bit. The Rolling Thunder Hill just did it for me. The airtime's a lot more constant, a lot more action, I feel like. But Voyage still is an amazing coaster. But yeah, that's my little, I guess, rant, if you want to call it, for Thunderbird, or not Thunderbird, Voyage. And now we're heading to Thunderbird. Honestly, this is my 3rd wing coaster. I've done Gatekeeper and Wild Eagle. I didn't vlog at Dollywood. That was when my channel was starting to kick up a little bit. And I also just got this camera. But yeah, I'll show you how they kind of do it. Also, I'm going to do the drinks because I'm going to quickly grab one. Basically, go over here, grab a cup, grab. So yeah, that's it. And now to Thunderbird. Guys, I just got off Thunderbird, and there's people that say wing coasters are not forceful. This thing is forceful, especially for B&M launch, which this is the only other one besides an Incredible Hulk. Also, it's about to launch. So, but this ride is incredible. 10 out of 10, love it with a burning passion. This ride is so intense. Honestly, I grayed out on this. I never thought I would gray out on a ride. And that vertical loop on any B&M, besides Kumba, I grayed out on. And this is a new version of a B&M too. So honestly, overall, Thunderbird 10 out of 10. This is gonna rank high. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna rank it yet. Definitely not in my top 5, but definitely one of the best coasters, no doubt about it. Probably a bit overhyping it for some people, but definitely is an amazing ride. Thunderbird is on a god terms when it comes to wing coasters. I normally hate wing coasters, hate the Vesper Strats and stuff, but honestly I did not mind Thunderbird. Okay, the Legend just got off of it, credit 149. It has some rough spots, definitely. Definitely not the best wood coaster. in the world, definitely not the smoothest wood coaster in the world, but it's very unique. It has more laterals and stuff that you would definitely see with CCI, which is Custom Coasters International, which is the manufacturer who built the Legend. So it definitely has the CCI run for it. Definitely the worst coaster at Holiday World as I've ridden, well, besides the kiddie coaster, that's obviously worse than Legend, but I've ridden everything, and out of all the 4 major coasters, that is the worst one. Honestly, I would say bring RMC to make it a lot more popular than what it is. The theming is amazing. I really do like the theming, so if they do RMC Legend, keep the Legend theme. I don't know what you'd be able to call it or whatever, but that's one coaster I would definitely recommend to RMC. I've ridden Gwazi, and the RMC conversion of that looks so much better than the original Gwazi, even though Gwazi itself is really good. But yeah, overall, I think Legend is, I want to say a 6. I mean, really no airtime. It's all laterals. But anyway, it's a pretty good ride for what it is. Definitely very unique out of the wood coasters they have. Basically, Raven is like the starter one. It has really good pops of airtime and stuff. But it's definitely for the smaller age group. Legend is, it's the wannabe GCI that doesn't know how to be GCI, basically. Which is kind of sad to say. But it's definitely a wannabe GCI. And then Legend's just in a whole other level that I'm not even going to go into. It's the wannabe B&M Hyper coaster, in the sense. Well, wannabe B&M Hyper mixed with Intamin. Because you got this big Camelback hills, and then at the end you got these Maverick X turns. Definitely though, one of the better coaster collections at a park. I feel like out of the categorization of the rides here, I'm gonna do a video for that, so kind of a sneak peek. Obviously Voyage is #1 at Holiday World, no doubt about that. But I do get to ride all the coasters today, and I do have a reservation for Raven. But I have like 30 minutes or something like that now for it. Not too sure on that. Let me check. I have... Yeah, I got 30-ish minutes. So, I'm just gonna kind of give, I don't want to say park tour really, but I'm just gonna kind of make more of a vlog. Because I have not really been vlogging that much. And I'm incredibly sorry for not vlogging. I've just been trying to figure out the time schedule and all that. Because where I live, it's an hour difference, so they're an hour behind. So like right now for me, it would be 5 o'clock, but here it's 4. And definitely 100%, it's completely screwed me up. It's fine though. But overall, this park is very clean. 10 out of 10. So it definitely deserves to be getting that Golden Ticket Award for cleanest park. But overall, the coaster collection, they definitely need a few more steel coasters. Because Thunderbird feels very, very, just one of those rides that just feels very out of the norm, if I would say. It's just 3 major wood coasters and then just this big B&M, which most parks that have a smaller thing, like Indiana Beach, they have a small steel coaster, and not this large multi-million-dollar coaster. Steel Hog probably costs like $5 million, I'm not too sure, I'm just estimating, compared to the $20 million that Holiday World spent on Thunderbird. I was gonna go on Mayflower, but it's kind of a long line and I got 30-ish minutes. So, let's see. Legend, of course. And yes, it is cloudy, but there's no forecast for any rain. And then Thunderbird's way down here. I'm pretty sure it's like a mile from Voyager Station entrance all the way to Thunderbirds. Which I will probably be doing my last rides on Voyage. I'll probably be doing my last rides on Voyage. Not too sure else what to do. Maybe go on Liberty Launch again. That's a really fun drop tower. Or the Scrambler. But overall, Holiday World, for my second visit ever, definitely is not disappointing. Love this park. Definitely not as good as Cedar Point or any of those parks. But if you want a good collection of wood coasters, this and Kings Island are literally the two parks you want to go to for amazing wood coasters. I just got off Raven. Not as good as I remember it back in 2014, but still an excellent CCI. Still blows me away every single time, but not as good as I remember it. Here's the Ornaments water fountain, and this is Santa's Marketplace. Also, I was able to schedule basically the last train of the day on Voyage, or not Voyage, on Thunderbird. So it's pretty interesting. Let's check this out real fast. This is the app. It's not an app. It's a thing. Okay. I have 39 minutes left before I have to be in line, which this will be the last ride. As let me show you. The reservations are unable because they're all full. So, gonna be my last ride, and that's the times I can get on. So I'm gonna probably go around 5:59 or so. But this is the time I can start being there. But I'm gonna try to get the last ride of the night on Thunderbird. But anyway, here's the marketplace. Okay, it's just food. I'm gonna walk over here to a really good store. This store has like basically everything roller coaster related for this park. So we're gonna walk over here. This is basically just the eatery, good place to eat. There's the car ride, but that is closed today. Anyway, I'm going to be walking over here since I have 30-ish minutes to waste. I'm going to go over and probably get one of my last rides on Liberty Launch. And let's see what else. Probably do one more ride on Liberty Launch because I got 30-ish minutes. And then I'm going to do Thunderbird for the last ride of the night. So that's going to be really interesting. Hopefully that works out well. Sorry, I was looking on Snapchat. This is the store I was talking about. This store has all the coaster merchandise you would want if you're looking for coaster merch. They don't have much, but this is the store to go to. It's the Liberty Bell shop, gifts and souvenirs, if you guys are interested. Anyway, let me just show you some of the coaster merch since it's over here. Here are the pens. So you got Raven, Thunderbird, Legend Voyage. If you want to put this on your clothes, don't know exactly how to do that. Got Polly Dog. Not too sure what the crocodile is. And then they have the Voyage t-shirt, which honestly I love those so much. And then we got the Nano coaster. It's Legends. Honestly, I love how they actually have this on display. There's some magnets, those things again. Here's Raven. It's a station up the lift hill. So cool. And then here's a magnet. Here's Voyage. Magnets, of course. And then Thunderbirds. Which they don't really have anything cool for Thunderbird. I'll go to the shorts, but here's Thunderbird's Nano Coaster. Pretty cool. There's some magnets. I'll show you the Voyage shirt. There's Voyage's shirt, and then Ravens. Which I want to say, these shirts are killer. I love them. And then of course you got Santa Claus Land, which is the original name for Holiday World. Got all that. All this. That's really it for coaster merchandise, and then they just have their logo. Holiday World, Holiday World, Holiday World. Oh, this is actually really cool, but it's too expensive. I'm not gonna buy it, but it has all the roller coasters on it. There's Raven, Legend, Boulder Beast, Voyage, Mammoth, Thunderbird. So like basically all water coasters and roller coasters. And then they have stuffed animals like dinosaurs, which I'm gonna guess is for Splash and Safari, not too sure. And then casual. This is just all the stuffed animals. And the little kid stuff. Sunglasses. Then you got some necklaces over here. All this stuff. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for basically Holiday World's best souvenir shop. I'm gonna pick some stuff out and make sure you guys probably won't. But yeah. Honestly, Thunderbird's queue is really, really pretty. I really like it. This is really the only big theming aspect besides the station itself. But honestly, I think this is fantastic theming. It looks so cool. That's a old wagon. But yeah, honestly, last ride of the night on Thunderbird. Cannot wait. Let's go. Okay guys, I just got off Thunderbird for the second time today. This is the only coaster I was able to ride twice, which kind of sucks because I really wanted to get some more rides on Legend or Voyage. But, you know, didn't happen. But that's okay. We're heading out. The park has closed. Today has been a terrific day. And also we're at the very back of the park, so I'll kind of give a little run through, I guess, since we're gonna be heading back to the entrance of the park. There's Voyage running. The park is closed, but those are people that were already in line for Voyage. I was on the last train for Thunderbird, so Thunderbird will have no more runs tonight. Anyway, it's been a pretty fantastic day. The water park already closed. Also, for those people that don't know what you're, whenever they say that half the water park is closed, this is what they're talking about. This used to be the Hyena Falls. This is just a small little section. The rest of the water park's way over there. So, really doesn't make any sense to have that still there. So I think this is going to be possibly their next big place. They're going to add an attraction. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, as we walk down here, this building right here is where they used to have this ginormous water coaster called Pilgrim's Plunge. And the trough is still here. But basically, it's gone. The windows are boarded up and all this, but there's a trough right there. Okay, we have to go around and I'll show a little bit of the trough, but there's a trough in this big area. So, if they wanted to make, they do have this, and they just haven't filled it in or anything. But if I would say though, they do need some more attractions around this direct area, which I feel like that's going to be their next big point, but there probably won't be anything major coming in the near future just because of coronavirus, which sucks. So I'm gonna walk over here really fast to show you where Pilgrim's Plunge used to be. That used to be the building. Also, for a small, I'm gonna call it a theme park. Holiday World's amazing at theming their rides. Really good, but it's kind of an amusement park at the same time. Anyway, there's the trough for Pilgrim's Plunge. This is the whole trough right there. That used to be the building for the ride. It was built by Intamin, but of course it's all gone. No longer existing, of course, because it had so many delays and stuff like that, and it just was unreliable as heck. There is the Mayflower, which is basically your casual pirate ship swinging ride. The Voyage queue is right up here, as Voyage is still giving rides. There's Gobbler Getaway. Everything's basically closed, but it's fine. Gobbler Getaway is right there. Of course, it's closed off. I did not get to ride it this time, but I have ridden it back in 2014, and honestly, it's really good. And yes, we're still in the Thanksgiving section of the park. So, the Halloween section now. We're heading out, of course. Voyage being right there. But there's only two sections with roller coasters. Thanksgiving and Halloween, and so that's the only two that really have any major attractions. 4th of July is just a bunch of flat rides. Christmas is just basically like a kids area, really nothing that big. Everything you think of is like Planet Snoopy, but a lot older, if that makes any sense. There's some like really old attractions from like, it looks like the 1950s in the kids section. Okay, I guess I'll show a little bit of the water park since we were talking about that a little bit ago. It is close, so I will not be going through it, of course. The water park is right over there. You probably can't see it through the Voyage supports. But it's all right there. Oh, right there. The wave pool, slides. And I did not go to the water park. I'm not really a water park person. And Legend also looks like it's still giving rides. So Legend is still giving rides. I don't know about Raven, probably will be. But we're going to be going to the Halloween section next as a full, complete tour of Holiday World. Because there's only two main sections. Anyway, you probably can't see it. But right where the sun is where Legend is. Raven is very secluded. You can't really see where Legend or Raven is at all. There's some spots where you can see Legend, but not very well. For the most part, you have to go through the queue to really look at Legend's queue or layout. Okay. And then here we go to the Halloween section of the park, which is where the last two remaining roller coasters are. And I'll show you basically where their entrances are, since I did Thunderbird and Voyage already. And it just happens we're walking past them to get out of the park. So here is the Halloween section, which is where Legend and Raven are. Which are both two CCI creations. And I'm so lucky to get all four of these roller coasters done. Here's where Legend's queue starts. Hopefully we'll be able to get Raven's gate closing. Anyway, there's a Legend right there. And this is where you would queue for Legend, right here. But of course it's closed because the park's closed. And then,
Good job, Alabama.
a little bit up here, there, Ravens is right here. Down there is where Frightful Falls is, down there. And then Raven, it's way up there. But I'm gonna grab a cup, basically. But Raven's way up there. Anyway, if you guys like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll see you guys out in the queues.